The Big Bang Theory is the idea that helps explain how the universe was made. But before you can understand the Big Bang, you need to understand what the universe is and what it's made out of. The universe is the biggest thing ever. It has all the stars and planets in all of space. Every single thing everywhere is in the universe. Scientists think there are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on our whole entire planet. The universe is filled with a lot of stuff, but some of the biggest things in the universe are galaxies. A galaxy is a really big group of stars. Our galaxy is called the Milky Way, and it has between 100 and 400 billion stars. Scientists think there are probably more than 170 billion galaxies in the part of the universe we can see. And there's one more thing you need to know about. It's what everything in the universe is made out of. People, plants, cars, rocks, dirt, stars, planets, water, air. Everything. Do you know what it is? Atoms. An atom is basically the smallest thing in the universe. Atoms are so small that if you put 500,000 of them in a row, that row still won't be as wide as one strand of hair. Okay, so now we can talk about the Big Bang. The Big Bang exploded like a bomb about 14 billion years ago and created the whole universe. Do you think the Big Bang was bright? Well, it wasn't, because it didn't make atoms in the beginning, and you need atoms to make light. Also, it was the hottest explosion ever. It was trillions of degrees hot. How big do you think the universe was at the beginning of the Big Bang? Well, it wasn't big in the beginning. It was smaller than an atom, but it made all the planets and stars and galaxies and everything. How do we know that the Big Bang happened? Well, nobody was there, but we know because in the 1920s, Edwin Hubble discovered that galaxies were moving away from us. Scientists tried to figure out why the galaxies were moving away from each other and started to think that something must have exploded to make the galaxies move away like that. They also started to think that since the galaxies were moving apart every day, they must have all been closer together a long time ago. So when they used math to figure out what it would look like if the galaxies were getting closer together instead of farther apart, it looked like the whole universe used to be just one little point that started growing super fast. And you know what? It's still growing right now. They could also use their math to figure out how old the universe is because they know how long it would take for all the galaxies to come together again. There's another thing scientists discovered that makes them think the Big Bang was real. If you could make a really big explosion in your backyard, right after the explosion, do you think it would be hot or cold where the bomb was? If you said hot, you'd probably be right. Well, scientists thought that if the Big Bang was the biggest explosion ever, there should be some heat left over from the explosion too. In 1964, Arno Penzias and Robert Wilson accidentally discovered some leftover heat from the Big Bang while they were working on their microwave antenna. It was such a big discovery that they won the biggest science prize in the world, the Nobel Prize. So you now know that the Big Bang is the best theory scientists have to explain how the universe was made and how old it is. Since it's a theory, we can't say we're 100% sure it happened. But we have so much math and things we can see and measure called evidence that almost all scientists believe it really happened. What do you think?